I think it should and it shouldn't because some students have the ability to study and do their responsibilities and what they're supposed to do, but other students towards the end of the school year just flunk and stuff.
Well, really no, because it depends on like how you study and stuff.
Nobody wants to take standardized tests that are unnecessary. It takes up a lot of time, takes up a lot of teachers' time. I do think that we've gone too far. The kids are taking too many tests, but I do think it's important that kids take some tests. If you think about it, if you go to the doctor's office and something's bothering you, you don't want the doctor to just say, okay, yeah, we're going to put you in for surgery or we're going to do nothing. You want them to run some tests. Now, some tests make sense, but if we're testing kids time and time again, same material, we're not doing anything with the information, then I don't think it makes sense. But I think having some standardized testing where we learn about how a kid is doing and how a teacher's doing and how a school is doing, I think there's a role for that.
I think it's very necessary because to see what potentials the kids have and stuff and what they're having a hard time or a difficult time and stuff.
No.
Why do you think that?
Because I think it's all based on your grades, not a test, because your teachers, they put a lot of pressure on you when that test comes.
For some subjects,
Name some subjects.
I say just math and ELA.
I do think that we need some way to know how kids are doing, and I get nervous. If we go back to a time, so, standardized tests like this are only about 10 or 15 years old. If we go back to it, I know it feels like a long time for you, for an old man like me, I can remember those days. I get nervous that if we don't do some test every year in every subject, that we may not really know if kids are learning. And unfortunately, it does have an equity issue because the kids who we miss are kids that we miss with everything else, that we underfund, we under-resource. And if we don't have a way to know how those kids are doing, how those adults are doing at educating those kids, then I think I get nervous that if we don't have that tool that we forget about those kids. Now, I will say, do I think teachers should be paid based on how their kids do on Georgia Milestones? That makes me nervous.
My teachers, they always complain about the state always wanted more tests. They always complain about like other schools or other races having better test scores than us. So.
Yes.
Why do you think so?
Because I don't think they, no, because you need that to go to the next grade.
It's because it's really, I think in some cases we are seeing teachers spend too much time because they feel the pressure. And so they're pushing away other subjects and just focusing on test preparation. That's not the point. The point is not to get kids to game a test. The point is to teach the material, and then the test is supposed to tell us if the kids learn the material. So I think it's getting better. I think there was a time when there were too many tests and too much time was spent on test prep. And that does make me a little crazy. Why are we teaching kids testing strategies? That's not really helpful in the real world. But I think the answer isn't to say, let's get rid of standardized tests. The answer is, let's spend our time on the subject material, and then hopefully, and make sure we have tests that test that material. It's actually no one person can answer that question because it's all done by machine, except for the written section. There are some free response that there are graders, but it's important. It's a good question to understand. Districts don't do that. Your principals and teachers, they don't see that material. It's very very tightly controlled. Comes in a sealed box. There's people watching that sealed box. They administer it. The teachers have no idea what's on the test. The materials are collected back and they're sent back to the state. The state does all the grading.